You looking at that thumbnail, you looking at that title, you saying a Mexican what? Picadillo. Learn to pronounce it, because you're going to love this one. Let's go. All right, so let's go ahead and get underway. Let me tell you what we have. We're going to use some ground beef. We're going to use some potatoes. I chopped them up in these little bitty cubes like this. We have some beef broth, tomatoes. We have some Serrano peppers here, some Jalapeno peppers here, cilantro, olive oil, salt, pepper, garlic, onions, cumin, some oregano, and right here we have some paprika. So that's all we need. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, so we got that cast iron skillet out. You know we about to do some work, guys. So we're gonna go ahead and bring this up to temperature, and we're gonna add our olive oil first. We wanna get that heated up over medium heat. Once you see a little smoke coming out of there and that oil starts to fizzle, you know we are getting where we want to be. And the only thing we're going to do is add our potatoes along with our peppers. And we're going to cook this for about 5 minutes. We're going to move them around and just let them cook down. I know some of you guys are like, but I don't like jalapenos and the Serrano peppers. They're too spicy. I understand that, but there's no way you can make Mexican picadillo without these, at least one of them. I mean, of course you can leave them out if that's what you want, but you want to get it as authentic as possible, guys. So what I recommend you do is just leave the seeds out of it, chop them up and just leave the seeds out of it. It gives it a much milder flavor. Like I took the seeds out of my Serrano peppers because those Serrano peppers, man, I tell you, they are hot. But I left some seeds in my jalapenos. Now keep in mind, we're not looking for these potatoes to cook through in this 5 minutes. What we're doing, we're just trying to get them sauteed. And they're gonna cook a little bit, but they're not gonna cook all the way through right here. We just wanna get it all cooked down just a little bit. All right, so we are almost there. So it looks like we're about 5 minutes in. So now we're gonna come behind that with our ground beef and our garlic. And we're just gonna break this ground beef up with our spoon as we're cooking it and brown it up for about 5 minutes. And the ground beef doesn't have to be cooked all the way through in this particular step, so keep that in mind. But we definitely want it to have some sort of color to it, a brownish color, before we move to the next step. And guys, we want to come behind that with those onions too. And guys, you could have added your onions in the first step to saute them. Honestly, I forgot they were sitting over there, but it's not too late to add them. Like I said, we're gonna get them sauteed in here with this meat. All right, so as you can see, our meat has browned like we want it. It's not cooked all the way through, but it's right where we want it because we're still going to continue this process and it's going to continue to cook. So the next thing we're going to do is add our tomatoes, our beef broth, and we're going to get that kind of mixed in here real quick. And once we have that mixed in, we're going to start adding all our dry seasoning, our salt and pepper, our paprika, our oregano, and our cumin. Cumin is a big part of Mexican dishes that brings out that flavor. I love cumin. And we're gonna get this mixed in like this. And once we get it all mixed in, we're gonna reduce our heat to simmer. And we're gonna cook this for about 20 minutes. We want those potatoes at this point to soften up. So we're gonna reduce our heat to a nice little simmer for 20 minutes. All right, now that we're 10 minutes in, I'm gonna take the last 10 minutes and I'm gonna cover it with the lid. And I'm gonna let them cook like this for the last 10 minutes because we want those potatoes to be soft, all right? All right, so we are a total of 20 minutes in. Let's pull that off. Man, take a look at that right there. Oh man, look at that. And we wanna go ahead and do a quick, let's go ahead and turn this off first. I know it's ready. And we're gonna taste one of these potatoes. Yep, we are there, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and move this over on our plate, get it on our cutting board, and do our final presentation. And before we get over to our cutting board, let's just add some cilantro, some fresh cilantro to this. Give it a little bit of color. Man, this looks good, good, good. Man, that's excellent. All right, the way I typically eat my Mexican picadillo is I add me some warm tortillas right here. And you can break out you some rice right here. Next, we're gonna come across that with the star of the show, picadillo. Man, take a look at that. There you have it, guys. Mexican picadillo. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. Also, I'm gonna leave the measurements and ingredients in the video description below. Let's go ahead and test this out in quality control. Yes, we are back in here for what I like to call QC, and y'all like it too, quality control. Got my picadillo here. And man, let's go ahead and get to it. I'm gonna eat it real quick without touching the rice. Just want to see what this flavor is all about. Just as I expected. Oh man, this is sometimes I eat it with a tortilla. The only thing you do with a tortilla, man, you just sop it up in there with that tortilla like that. Put it in there. Just put a little bit on the edge like that. You turn that baby over. Oh. I gotta go, guys. You'll love this one here. So, until the end, I'm your cook, Spinelli. As I always say, I'm not a chef. I just cook a lot, and now I'm out. Peace.